And there we go.
Spinning around one final blocker.
Oh, what a move to get around.
Going from 0 to gone.
Oh, man, that was gorgeous.
Oh, and a juke back to the end. That was beautiful.
And that's our game.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Welcome, everyone, to the hangar at Oaks Park, home of the Rose City Rollers. Yeah, we are so thrilled you are here tonight. Tonight's bout is between the High Rollers and the Heartless Heathers. Yeah. So who is here for the first time this evening? Raise your hand, please. Oh, that's so wonderful. We really love when new spectators come to join us. Please feel free to talk to your neighbor if there's anything you'd like to know about the game, something you're not quite understanding. It's a very friendly group here. So a couple of housekeeping things for you. Please stay on your side of the black bumpers around the track. That is for the safety of our spectators and for all of our volunteers, officials, and skaters. I want to give a shout out to all of our volunteers tonight, without whom none of this would happen, and even more so, all of our officials, both on skates and off. One last thing for you, during the jam, please don't walk in front of the other spectators. Wait until the jam stops. There is an usher at the corner to show you when that is. But you didn't come here to listen to me tonight, although I'm PJ and Wench Warden is my associate. Who do we got tonight, Wench?
PJ, we got first rolling out tonight. We have the High Rollers. Number 10, Smash Tag. Number 111, Grim Carry. Number 117, Shamrock. Number 26, Moto Mami. Number 31, Kid Vicious. Number 343, Trinity. Number 360, Big Bang Fury. Number 377, Lex Sanguination. Number 48, Brute. Number 51, Coup de Gras. 76, Annabelle. 888, Lady Painicorn. 911, Mayday OG. Number 925, Dez. Number 94, Witch Slap. Number 96, Velveeta. And number 98, your captain for the night, Coda. The High Rollers on the bench are being helped out by Magic School Bussy, Knockram's Razor, and Gay. Thank you, High Rollers.
All right, next up we have the Heartless Heathers. Come on out. First up, wearing 00 is on a roll. Wearing number 104, Mayday. Wearing number 125, it's Crush. Number 1420, Scylla. Number 163, Malicious Intentions. Number 18, Cone. Number 21, Fatality. Number 26, Nacho Lucky Day. Number 27, A Daredevil. Number 36, Destroyevsky. Number 444, Force Musher. Number 501, Bratmobile. Wearing number 55, it's Earthquake. Wearing number 70 and the team's captain, Freddie Herfury. Number 785, Judge Booty. Wearing number 8 is Sassy. Number 811, Walt Hitman. And wearing number 99, Sally Handsome. Coached by Bonnie Thunders and Roxy Dallas, this is your Heartless Heathers.
All right.
Welcome, 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 Derby fans. I am one of your announcers tonight, Ham Boney, and I'm joined by...
Puns and Roses.
And we are very excited to be with you here tonight for the Heartless Heathers versus High Rollers. We've got those rosters up here for you, as well as for the non-skating and skating officials. We are in for a great game tonight. We just saw High Rollers go through their first loss of the season, and Heartless Heathers get their first win of the season. So very excited to see how this matchup goes tonight, Puns.
Yeah, this was a rematch. Well, tonight is the rematch of a game 1 of the season, where High Rollers decisively beat the Heathers, which was the Heathers' first loss in about 3 years. Heathers are I think, going to be looking to get some revenge tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see how both teams continue the momentum that they've built so far this season. And we've got Sally Handsome and Trinity jamming this first jam. Sally Handsome out as lead jammer with a quickness, just kind of jogging out of that pack.
And Trinity forced to the outside.
And we've got that cap off as well.
And
let's see.
there
Oh,
goes.
nice.
Yep. Good force out there by Velveeta. And that forces the call off from Sally Handsome.
And unfortunately, Velveeta headed to the box there. First penalty of the game. We'll have to see how penalties end up stacking up this game as well.
Both teams have been fairly forearm heavy.
Yeah.
About 30% of their penalties for both teams have been forearms.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting to see how both teams mirror each other in terms of penalties, either whether it's forearms or illegal positioning, things like that. And we've got Witch Slap and Judge Booty jamming.
Witch Slap looks for the outside, finds Nacho Lucky Day.
And great force out there. Some beautiful reforming of that tripod by the Heathers as they get back together. Mel and Brat, holding Witch.
Oh, Judge Booty, one to beat and
Nice.
is through.
Going against, is that Annabelle there at the
No,
top?
that was a smash tag.
Smash tag. Oh, incredible job. And let's see, getting drawn back there by 925, Dez. And Dez actually used to be on the Heartless Heathers, but now she plays for the High Rollers, so is playing her former team tonight, which is always fun to see. I mean, everyone's friends here, but, you know, being on opposite sides, a little interesting. Nice, and we've got Earthquake and Lex on the line here. Some interesting positioning happening by the blockers, too.
Oh, Coda trying to create a lane for Lex Sanguination. Earthquake up to the front.
But held up there by Mayday OG, Coda and Grim. Lead jammer, but still held behind those High Rollers jammers, High Rollers blockers, excuse me. Definitely not a fun wall to go against.
No, Grim Carry holding the inside of that
Jeez.
tripod.
Oh, nice, and some great offense there.
That's Bang
by
trying
Big
to break
Bang.
past Crush and company.
Nice, and great waiting for that moment by Lex. Lex is a super strategic player when it comes to timing.
And there's the call off.
All right, and so far we are seeing 8 points for the Heartless Heathers, none on the board for High Rollers. Really, these first couple of jams do tend to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Well,
So we'll see what kind of lead is made by the Heathers here.
it's been just dribs and drabs. 3 points, 2 points, 3 points.
They've been fighting for it. I feel like we've been seeing that a lot this season with these two teams. All the home team games, nice, beautiful out for lead jammer by Shamrocket.
Meanwhile, Annabelle has been doing a great job controlling a Daredevil.
We've got Coop in the box. We've got 2 blockers for the High Rollers in the box right now. Not a great spot for them to be in.
No.
They will be down 2.
So far, all 3 penalties going to the High Rollers. None for the Heathers yet.
Interesting.
Brute, Sally Handsome are your jammers behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Oh, yeah, and Brute is definitely one to watch tonight. They can kind of do it all, which
Yeah.
is very fun to watch.
Yeah, Brute, I think she had 50-something% lead jammer percentage.
Oh, yeah. Which, again, Brute jams, Brute pivots, Brute blocks, and Brute slays is all I can say about that. Ooh, I love a fast pack. Nice.
3 points. Mayday OG was able to preserve that last point, though.
Nice. And we've still got 1 High Roller in the box, standing at least, so we know that there's 10 seconds or less on the board for them, which
But-
I'm sure is a relief for the High Rollers.
In that first game, the Heathers were missing Malicious Intentions, Mayday, and Nacho Lucky Day. So that's a big part of their blocking core. So, wow, smash tag.
All right.
Great work on Scylla. or
Yeah, Scylla, yeah.
Scylla.
And we've got
Why
another
is that?
penalty
I
for the
always
High
challenged with
Rollers.
that.
Dez
Scylla,
in the
oh.
box.
And smash tag loses the pivot strike.
Another penalty for the High Rollers. Scylla heading around back into the pack.
And there goes Trinity through on the initial.
Nice.
And Scylla calls it after 4.
But we have some points on the board here for the High Rollers. 4 points there. All right, we've got Witch Slap and
Force majeure.
Force Majeure. Yep, and once again, High Rollers have got 2 blockers. We've got Coda and Velveeta there, both super strong blockers. So let's see how they hold Force Majeure. Great bridging from Velveeta there. And we've got 925 joining back in for the High Rollers.
And
Force
Coda
Majeure out as lead jammer.
great drawback at the back. Was that Sassy? That was Sassy.
Yep. Nice, some great bridging by Faye. We've got some great skaters on the track tonight that have super high derby IQs and really know how to manipulate those pack dynamics. I'm interested to see how that will progress through this game, which
Faye.
still held.
Fatality and Crush doing good work at the back. Now joined by Cone.
Nice. Cone able to hold Witch for a moment, but Witch is out of the pack through that initial.
Is this our first multi? Oh, Witch Slap getting in, stealing some points.
Nice.
That is our first multi-pass jam.
Yeah, these jams have been quick. I think the Heathers are trying to keep that lead as long as they can and as large as they can. We'll see if these jams continue being quick or if they start getting drawn out a little bit. We'll see. I'll take bets on when the first 2-minute jam will be. We'll see. I feel it coming in my bones.
Got Sally Handsome.
And Lex.
Sally Handsome working the front against Smash Tag and Annabelle.
Nice.
That is a deadly duo.
Oh, yeah. Lex with that cap off.
And
Beautiful two-town star pass.
to Smash Tag.
Yeah, really well done.
Two-town cider. Brought boldly crafted, fresh pressed cider made right here in Oregon. And next up, Shamrocket and Judge Booty.
This is a fun matchup. Both fast, both strong. And let's see, High Rollers doing kind of a 2-2, 4 corners.
And
Beautiful job by Shamrocket there.
able to power pass on a roll.
And we've got that cap off. Held by Big Bang Fury. And Grim carry that drawback, lethal. Sheesh. There's nothing more demoralizing than getting drawn back like that. Shamrocket is just pushing that pack. Jeez. Some great offense there by Motomami. Drawing Mayday back. Oh, big hit there. We've got High Rollers at 6, Heartless Heathers at 24.
Up to 10 now. The Jam Line brought to you by the Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast.
Delicious, delicious, delicious. All right, we've got Earthquake and Brute on the line here. We are seeing Brute jam a bit more this game. Oh, beautiful recovery there. Sheesh,
And
another
Annabelle picks
penalty.
up and that is another lead jam for the Heathers. Shamrocket, I believe, is the only high roller able to get a lead jam.
Yeah, one of the things the High Rollers are going to have to keep looking out for is jammers staying clean. All 6 cut track penalties from their opener game were from their jammers. And we're seeing those jammers struggle a little bit tonight to get lead jammer. Initial pass strategies, getting lead means that you control the game. For them to keep pushing, really focusing on those initial pack strategies. And there we go. It's like I summoned it. Trinity out of the pack as lead jammer.
And a Daredevil struggling to get past Velveeta and Motomami.
Let's see if Trin can get some more points on the board here for the High Rollers. Trying to kind of mama whale it with Velveeta. Oh, Velveeta's great at that. Oh, that's a solid tripod too from the Heartless Heathers.
And here comes Annabelle with some offense.
Some great bridging there from the High Rollers as Coda does an incredible job holding.
Daredevil is through on the initial.
Putting that cap back on. Oh!
And that call off is late. A Daredevil able to steal 2.
Jeez. In that little apex jump here.
That is an Upsweat Creative Apex jump.
Oh yes, ethical and inclusive websites and online marketing for radical leaders.
And we've got an official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
Who's having a good time out there?
And while we have you captive, also want to do a shout out to some more of our sponsors, Portland Vital Signs and Gigantic Brewing. All right, that was a beautiful but brief official timeout here.
Oh, and that is
A power jam.
that is a low block
Ooh,
on a
on a Daredevil. Interesting. So we've got the first power jam of the game for Witch Slap. This is just what the High Rollers need. But if we're drawn back by Nacho, again, a player to watch tonight.
and
Nice. Really making use of that offense.
a Nacho again with the
Again.
force out. Nacho again with the force out.
Oh, but Heathers are flying. Oh, just a skate
Freddie
out.
Herfier
So
with the
close.
force out.
Nice. Following that offense, doing a great job. And we've got a Daredevil coming in hot afterwards.
Wow.
Big hit out by Dez, almost taking out Breadpool, one of our lovely officials.
Destroyevsky drifting back to play some offense. But Kid Vicious anchoring that back
Nice.
defense, smash tag, Dez. Nowhere to go for Daredevil.
Held fast at that apex, which, all right.
Failure to reform penalty on
Sheesh. Okay, we've got 2 penalties
Oh,
for
that's-
the Heartless Heathers back to back. Freddie Herfury and Dez.
Heading to the penalty box. They'll be starting with a 2-player deficit on this next jam.
And excuse me, that's not Dez, that's Mel.
so 4-2 pack advantage.
Jeez.
That is going to be Lex Sanguination, Sally Handsome on the Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Now let's see if the High Rollers can take advantage, just like how the Heartless Heathers have been able to take advantage of having 2 blockers down. See if they can do that against the Heathers this jam. That force out there and drawback against Sally Handsome.
And Lex Sanguination is through.
Nice.
Grim Carry, Big Bang Fury holding that back line. There's the two-town Cider House Star Pass to Crush.
Nice. Great pass there.
There's the call off.
Beautiful. Lex picking up all 4 points before calling off that jam.
And both blockers are standing.
This is just what the High Rollers need to possibly have a lead change. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, Shamrocket's been good for them on getting lead jams.
And Shams is up against Scylla here. Nice. Shamrocket just barreling through. Going over Brat. Out as lead jammer. And we've already got a Two-Town Cider House Star Pass there to Nacho Lucky Day. Oh, but held by that tripod.
Bratmobile up to play some offense.
All right, Nacho out of that initial.
Kid Vicious directing traffic. Here comes Nacho.
Oh,
Nacho with some pivot points. Oh, smash tag. Doing work.
jeez. All right, and we got a tie game now, 30-30 on the board.
Wow, smash tag with that great one-on-one defense.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, there's malicious intention slowing up Shamrocket.
And that drawback. Now we've got our first lead change of the game and the highest scoring jam of the game so far at 12 points. But we are back to a tie game, 34-34.
There's the call off. 2 points in the air,
Oh.
and officially a lead change.
The second lead change. It was a lead change, and then now we're back. We're back.
Wow.
Oh, this is exciting. I love a lead change. I love a close game. These are 2 teams that I love seeing duke it out. Incredible players on both sides. We're in for a good one, guys.
Ooh. Next
This
up,
is so
Force
exciting.
Majeure and Brute on the Jam on Hawthorne Jam line. Here we go. Brute
Nice.
takes the outside edge, grabs lead jammer. Force Majeure has pulled the cap.
Looking for those openings.
Force Majeure forced out by Bang and Velveeta.
And beautiful defense there by the Heathers.
Good force out by Crush. That is Mayday up there as well.
And Force Majeure out on that initial. All right,
Wow,
picking up
Big
4
Bang
more
Fury
points
is
there.
pumped.
And we've got a team timeout here brought to you by Welcome to PDX, RCR's official realtor. And that is called by the Heartless Heathers, who I'm sure are getting together, talking about strategies with that recent lead change. For the Heathers, some keys to victory are going to be minimizing blocker penalties and avoiding disadvantages at the start of jams. Really utilizing efficient and well-timed star passes. That can be a game changer, especially if their jammers aren't getting out as lead jammer. And using more of their anchor blockers. We've got some more people that are really, really solid blockers on the roster for this game. So really making use of their incredible skills, Derby IQ, to hold it down against the high rollers.
.187 killer pads, often imitated, never duplicated. Stick with the best. I mean, the other thing is, I think, is penalty management. I mean, so far, High Rollers with 6, Heartless Heathers with 3, but Heathers have the only jammer penalty, and it was costly.
It was. That changed the tide of the game. So both teams, I think, need to be really, really cognizant of jammer penalties, because otherwise we're just going to keep seeing those lead changes. Trinity out as lead jammer. The High Rollers have completely turned the tide, and now they are getting lead jammer more times than not. Nice.
And got another 2 Townsider out star pass.
Nice. Strategic, quick, and again, forcing that call off, even if points aren't gained by the pivot.
Tomorrow night's game will be the Breakdown Caddies against the Clemson Rollers.
We've got Lex and JB on the line here. Oh, it's all love on the line. Look at that hug.
Gotta love the Derby love.
Oh, yeah. You need it. We do this for fun. All right, we've got Coda floating up at the top there.
And Les Sanguination
Nice.
dances up the inside line, grabs lead jammer. Judge Booty was able to shrug off a hit, stay in bounds. Offensive help coming from Cone.
Nice. Just kind of being a wrecking ball up in that tripod. Lex picking up 4 points here.
And we've got another 2 Townsider out star pass.
Nice.
Heathers have been making good use of those star passes.
Oh, yeah. And the pivots have really been doing a great job positioning themselves to be ready to take that cap.
888 elevating Derby safety standards with cutting edge technology. 888 exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR. All right, we got Earthquake and Witch Slap behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Nice. Oh,
Wow.
nice. That hit out by Nacho, but Nacho falling gave Witch the right of way there.
Yeah, Earthquake one to beat, but that one is smash tag. Now joined by Dez and Kid Vicious.
Look at how low they're getting. That's wild. Incredible. Great bridging there.
Lady Panic going good awareness.
Jeez, and yeah, those blockers. Both tripods are just
It just stopped.
I do like that kind of tag out that happened between Freddie Her Fury and let's see. Oh, I can't see the number there.
Nacho with the recycle.
Oh, nice.
Walt Hitman now bridging.
That cap fell off, but is back in the hands of Freddie.
Oh, Witch Slap goes for the upslip creative apex jump and actually apparently stuck that landing. Despite the hit from Nacho.
So another 4 points there. We are seeing 60 points on the board for the High Rollers, 34 for the Heartless Heathers. The Heartless Heathers have not scored a point since that lead change.
Yeah.
The High Rollers have been dominating so far in these last couple minutes.
This is what, a 12-30 game, and now it's a 60-34 game?
Uh-huh. Shamrocket out as lead jammer. And we've got a Daredevil following their offense there.
And penalty box is empty once again.
Yep, and we've got a penalty there against Big Bang Theory, headed to the box.
Penalty count is still surprisingly low, only 11 total penalties after 22 minutes. It's been a remarkably clean game.
I was a little worried when we first started, honestly. We were seeing a lot of penalties very quickly from the High Rollers. Starting to slow down a little bit. I wonder if because the High Rollers have that lead now, there's a little less intensity maybe from some of their blockers with those forearm destruction pack dynamic based penalties. And we've got Brute and Sally Handsome on the line here. We're seeing the High Rollers kind of start to float back with their blockers. Nice.
Oh.
I love some jammer on jammer.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Trying to eat that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to eat the baby. Bad.
I think Brute's just trying to get Bang out of the box.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. If you can do it, do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh, smash tag trying
that.
to clear a path for Brute.
Sally Handsome still caught there. Again, a formidable wall.
That is 3 former juniors up there.
Nice. Brute just going to get nice. Out as lead jammer. Cap is off by Sally Handsome.
And Sally Handsome looking for an exit, getting a little offensive help from Nacho, who now has to transition back to defense. And we've got a star pass to Nacho Lucky Day.
And we've got a penalty there
That
for
is Coop.
Yep. Headed to the box.
Only 2 players with 2 penalties. Force out by
Nacho,
smash tag. Smash Annabelle at the back of the pack. And Bratmobile heading to the box.
Yep.
Brute.
Nice.
That
And
was a
we're
long time to get a first scoring pass.
yeah.
Annabelle with the offense.
Nice.
Wow. Brute stays inbounds. Are you kidding me? And a track cut.
Sheesh. Against 163 Mel.
Malicious intentions. And the Heathers are starting to rack up some penalties.
Jeez. And again, not a good spot for the Heathers to be in. 2 blockers in the box, both sitting, starting off this jam. But we've got Scylla and Trin on the line here.
And hey, RCR's penalty box is available to sponsor. Get your brand promoted at least 20 times per game. Email sponsorship at roastedrollers.com.
Oh, Trin out as lead jammer with some incredibly fancy footwork.
And, oh, wow. Motomami with the offense. Great work there by Crush, though. Oh, Motomami digging in.
And we've got a 2-town Cider House star pass there.
Dude, that is Crush.
Crush playing a great game. Crush has really been in the right place at the right time for their jammers a couple times now.
I'm fascinated by this first half. I mean, the first 10 to 12 minutes, I really thought the Heathers were just sort of going to control this, and then suddenly, like, it's just been all high rollers.
Oh, yeah, look at that Radical Wheels replay of Trin getting out. Beautiful, bracing off of Motomami, skirting around the defense. And we've got Lex and Force Majeure on the line here.
Lex up to the front, one to beat, spinning to try to get past Nacho Lucky Day.
Yeah, some great defense there. Nacho getting drawn out.
On a roll up there as well. And, oh, Lex is through. Force Majeure trying to get past. Is that smash tag? That is smash tag and Dez.
And we're seeing Freddie in the box there for a multiplayer penalty. And that is the third penalty for Freddie Herfury. Oh, and a penalty against
Nacho Lucky
Nacho.
Day.
That was a directional penalty.
And Force Majeure has the cap off, but no one to pass the cap to.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, that's a great little spin there on the inside.
Love that. The Olympics are not over.
And we've got a two-town sider out star pass to Freddie Herfury.
Nice, great drawback by Brat. Rejoining there. Holding Lex at the back.
Yes, General Payne. Oh my God, that spin's so hot.
Beautiful spin.
Kid Vicious digging in right at the front.
Sheesh. Nice, Freddie out. Only a couple seconds left in this jam here.
There's the call off.
Nice. Another fairly high point scoring jam for the high rollers, 8 points.
And here comes that Radical Wheels
11.
replay.
All right, and we've got an official review here happening.
Are you thirsty but don't want to leave your seat?
This official review brought to you by R-Star's official realtor, Welcome to PDX. And the replays brought to you by Radical Wheels for radical humans.
And if this is getting you hungry, check out Porque No Taqueria, the sunniest place in Portland, voted the best tacos and Mexican food in PDX. Oh yeah, seeing some dancing here happening. Love it, love it, love it.
All right, the zebras are dazzling up.
Nothing but good vibes here.
While our officials are talking, we should probably tell you that Rose City Rollers offers spring and summer camps for ages 7 to 17. All genders and skill levels are welcome. Rental skates are even provided. Go to rosecityrollers.com to check out the youth spring and summer camps.
Nice.
All right, Bling has gone back to chat with the coaches.
Let's see what decision they have come to. All right, the mic's coming out.
Heather's official review, they are requesting a direction penalty on high rollers 888 for an offensive hit, getting their jammer out. Upon review, we have enough information to substantiate that call. 888 will be issued a direction penalty.
All right, so we are seeing 888. That is Lady Painicorn getting that penalty and sitting. So Heathers will be retaining that review. Let's see if the Heathers can take advantage of that high rollers blocker being in the box. And we've got Crazy Frog playing in the hangar right now. Nothing gets you pumped like some ding ding and wow wow. I mean, that's how it is for me personally.
I mean, okay.
Listen, this is my truth. And we are seeing lead jammer Sally Handsome
That is the first lead jammer for the Heathers in a long time,
in
I feel.
a hot second. And we've got about a minute and a half left of this first period.
And on a roll heading to the box on a forearm. We've got a 210 setter, star pass to Coda.
Nice.
Sally Handsome with the call off.
Picking up, it looks like 3 points.
And that is the first points for the Heathers in a very long time.
I'm interested to see, as this first period is coming to a close, if the High Rollers will be able to keep that lead up in the second half of the game, if the Heartless Heathers are going to be able to come together halftime, strategize, see if they can come back. Still, honestly, anybody's game. It's getting wider of a gap, but still, and it's going to get even wider because Shamrocket is lead jammer.
Yeah, 50 points is definitely not insurmountable in a half.
It's doable. It's doable.
Yeah.
Nice. Shams out with 4 points. And we do have a backwalk penalty.
Judge Booty looking to get past Smash Tag and Dez, which good luck. Now joined by Annabelle.
Nice. JB following Brat there, looking for their offense.
Here comes Brat to try to shave off that defense. Yeah. And period clock has expired. We are at intermission.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we will have the penalty board when we come back at the start of the second half.
We will take a look, see what the penalty count is at for these teams, see what the penalty du jour is, what everyone is feeling, and we'll talk some strategy with you all when we come back. But get a drink.
Yeah,
use
in the meantime,
bathroom.
go grab yourself some Two-Town ciders or maybe some spirits from 503 Distilling, and we will see you soon.
Awesome. Hello, hello. We are back. This is Hamboni,
Puns and Roses.
and we are very happy to be here with you for a matchup of a game. We are seeing the High Rollers sitting at 92 points, Heartless Heathers at 37 points, and we are seeing those stats here. So we've got High Rollers with 15 leads, Heartless Heathers with 8, 2 passes from the High Rollers, 7 for the Heartless Heathers. Only 1 power jam on the board, which is kind of surprising for the High Rollers. Highest point jam here, we've got 14 for the High Rollers, 11 for Heartless Heathers, and an equal number of penalties for each team, 9 and 9. And taking a look at those penalties here, we're seeing a lot of directions.
And
Some
only one
forearms.
player with 3, so no one in penalty trouble at the moment.
No, everyone's sitting pretty well. And again, we'll see how this penalty count continues. If the Heartless Heathers decide to get a little bit more scrappy in their game this second half to see if they can lessen that gap here. But so far, you know, no one should be too stressed out.
Right. I am fascinated by the lead jams because it seemed like the Heathers were getting lead jam almost all the time right in those first 10 minutes. And then just the High Rollers just kind of took over there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for your participation, and it's Derby time.
I think that just goes to show the power of getting that lead jam status.
And we've got Brute looking to get lead jam status, playing up against Sally Handsome. Sally Handsome going outside to in. Both jammers working in the pack as we near the top of the apex.
Jeez. Great defense from both teams right now.
Sally Handsome, 1 to beat, but that 1 is smash tag.
Nice. Sally Handsome, lead jammer. This is definitely the kind of momentum that I'm sure the Heathers talked about halftime on their bench. Getting lead jammer, getting it quick as can be, right? And racking up points. And we're still seeing Brute in that initial. Yep, and a penalty there, forearm. For 925 Dez. And we've got JB and Trinity on the line here. Oh, I love when blockers just kind of insert themselves in the middle of other blocker formations. It's so fun because it's allowed. It doesn't feel like it should be allowed, but blockers, you know, as long as you're not jostling too much, you can just kind of like excuse yourself in there like Coda was doing coming in there in the Heartless Heathers tripod.
And we have an official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
And shout out to some more of our sponsors. Ritual Dyes, Portland's local yarn shop with hand-dyed yarn, tools, and more. Owned by a Bud's parent and Wrecker skater. I can attest it is a very fun store to walk around, wander, and get your fiber arts on in. And hey, if you like what you're seeing here tonight, follow and tag at Rose City Rollers on social media to stay in the loop about all things Derby in Portland. We've got a game happening tomorrow night. We've got some juniors games happening on Sunday. And we've got more games set to happen this month. And, you know, we're always trying to keep Derby going. As much Derby as we can play, we like to do. And once again, we've got Trin and JB on the line here. Oh, is that a wheel or a toe stop or? Oh no, I think just a boot cover. I think just a boot cover. Nothing crazy.
And that is a track cut sending Judge Booty to the penalty box.
Oof. And so this is the second power jam of the game. Definitely not what the Heartless Heathers are looking for.
No, very much not. Trinity looking for an exit, getting offensive help from Grim Carey, Motomami, and Coda.
Nice, and some great defense there by Brat, Nacho, and Mel, and Freddie Herfury. Great reforming there at the top. Able to keep that full tripod together. Unfortunately, Nacho held behind as a goat there.
And Judge Booty out of the penalty box. Not eligible to be lead jammer. There is no lead jammer. This is going to be a full 2-minute jam.
It is, but we're already over a minute in, which is kind of surprising.
So, wow, we had to go into the second half to get to our first 2-minute jam of the game.
Yeah, we've seen some jams get close, but this is a, forced 2-minute jam. Even if these skaters did get lead and wanted to call it off, they cannot do that this time. JB out, putting that cap back on. Oh, trying to call off that jam. Worst feeling as a jammer, trying to call off the jam and you don't have lead, but no one has lead, so it is going the full 2 minutes. Horrible. Oh, nice. All right, so we have the High Rollers breaking 100 points here. Heartless Heathers sitting at 43.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. That is John Slanning's favorite eatery and saloon.
All right, we've got Witch Slap and Earthquake on the line here. Earthquake looking to Mayday for that offense. Oh, and we've got a multiplayer penalty on 76. That is Annabelle headed to the box.
Coup de grace.
Oh, we're going to, lots of failure to reform penalties.
And crush failure to reform.
Coup. Yeah, Coop in the box. So we've got 2 High Rollers in the box, 1 Heather in the box.
And there's the 2-town Cider House Star Pass to Smash Tag. Smash Tag loves jamming.
And we are, big fall
Wow.
there. Cap coming off by Earthquake. And no points for either team.
Wow, that is a really good 0-0 jam. Great defense there.
Yeah, you can see that strategic bumping up by Kid Vicious. And then that fall down, leading to that call off. We've got a Daredevil and Lex.
Daredevil looks for the exit, finds the shoulder of Big Bang Fury.
Some forceful offense there by
Freddie Herfury.
Uh-huh.
Like Sanguination is able to grab lead jammer.
Devil staying in, beautifully done. Oh, but that was a cut track. So we've got another power jam for the High Rollers.
And so far, no jammer penalties for the High Rollers still.
And calling off the jam. So not a great spot for the Heathers to be in. Starting powerless next jam.
And is that Shamrocket I see skating out? I believe it is. Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
And blocking for the High Rollers, we've got Dez, Smash Tag, Annabelle, and Kid Vicious.
And they are trying to, wow, on a roll, just holding on to Sham Rocket for dear life.
But Sham out as lead jammer. And we've got Honor Roll, Cone, Faye, and Crush there.
And a Daredevil out of the penalty box,
Sassy.
working against Dez, now against Annabelle, with Smash Tag just waiting up at the front. There's the star pass, two-town cider out star pass, and Annabelle with the force out. Honor Roll is through on the initial.
And we're seeing the high rollers try to break up those blockers. Calling
Honor Roll
off the
able to
jam.
steal two.
All right, we've got Brute and Handsome on the line here. Both sets of blockers floating up by the pivot line. Let's see if they end up floating down or staying up. Both jammers, okay, they're both coming back.
Brute forced out, but able to get back in quickly.
Sally Handsome going up against Grim and Coda, staying in by the skin of their wheels.
And Brute is with the call off after grabbing three.
Nice. Shout out to Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org.
All right. Scylla Trinity.
All right, and we've got Faye, Sassy, Crush, and Mayday blocking for the Heartless Heathers here this jam.
Scylla one to beat.
Oh, juking around, going against lead jammer. Nice. Beautifully done. But
Coop.
Trin out shortly after.
Definitely some credit has to go to Coop de Gras, able to like clear a little bit of a gap.
Oh, yeah. And we've got Annabelle headed to the box here.
That's a third for Annabelle, but you know, with 20-something minutes to go, that's not really penalty trouble by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to some more of our sponsors, Trailhead Credit Union and the Portland Mercury. All right, we've got Witch Slap and Force Majeure. Nice.
Force Majeure, wow.
Finding that outside lane wide open for the taking.
Credit to Walt Hittman and the Heathers blockers for just creating a huge gap
Yeah.
for Force Majeure.
That was beautiful. And we've got Moto Mommy headed to the box, which really getting stuck behind that wall.
Force Majeure,
Nice.
one to beat. That's got to be up. Coda took that all the way to the out of play line. Coda now taking the two-town setter out star pass.
Nice. Great jam by Force Majeure. And we've got Moto Mommy and Nacho in the box here. Look at that Radical Wheels replay. Nice. Lex and Handsome on the line. Both teams down one blocker at the start here.
Coop with the offense up at the front. Oh, wow, Sally Hansen just taking off.
Nice. Hanson was ready and waiting for that. But we've got Sassy headed to the box there for a forearm penalty.
Lex Sanguination is through. Sally Handsome.
Yep, and we've
Track
got a cut track penalty.
just staring down at Kira, and Kira's like, yeah, nope.
That was a cut. And 2 blockers and a jammer in the box.
I feel like if Sally Handsome had just stood still and just called it, it would have been all right. But by continuing to move forward,
that was it.
You're just baiting Kira into like that.
It was being in play long enough to warrant the penalty, right?
Yep.
Nice. Beautifully done by Lex. That was an upswept creative apex jump.
And here comes Sally Handsome out of the penalty box, getting offensive help from Nacho and
Anna.
Oh, wow. Oh, Dez and smash tags.
Nice. Handsome out with 4 points. Yep, and this is another jam going the full 2 minutes here. We've got about 20 some odd seconds left.
But still score points.
That's right, there's no call on that jam off, and you are not leading.
Smash tag anchoring that front tripod.
Handsome getting drawn all the way back. I think deciding to stick it out here.
Yeah. Not risking yet another track cut.
Yeah, and also with, you know, that few seconds left, might not be worth it there.
Sure did. 6 points for the Heathers and 16 for the Rollers.
Huckleberry Lemonade, Vodka Crayon, Whiskey Rhubarb Smash. 503 Distilling is the new official canned cocktail and spirit sponsor of RCR, with delicious new options to try.
We've got Shams and JB here. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. JB staying up after getting hit by Moto Mommy, following pretty closely behind Shams. Seeing that pack move a little bit faster. Fun, fun, fun. Once again, I love seeing jammers kind of go head-to-head like that, whether it's racing, eating the baby, doing some jammer-on-jammer defense. It's fun for me, a little enrichment, right?
Exactly.
Ah. All right, we've got Brute and Earthquake on the line here.
Jammer action there right at the beginning.
Brute up to the front, 1 to beat, and is through.
Slamming their way out of the pack, giving a lead jammer.
Earthquake, and that is smash tag, last line of defense. Holding just long enough for Dez to get there to help out.
Earthquake still pushing. That cap kind of hanging on for dear life, honestly.
That's going to be smash tag heading to the box on a direction of play penalty. That smashes first. That is Smash's first penalty. All right.
We are seeing more penalties rack up here this half.
Oh, that is a track cut penalty, sending Crush to the box after taking a 2-town sider on Star Pass.
Not
So
great.
this is a now a power jam.
We're seeing a lot of power jams this half, and unfortunately for the Heathers, power jams for the High Rollers. And we are seeing more penalties for both teams, but especially for the Heartless Heathers, who are at 19 penalties, racking up 10 more so far.
Yeah, still no jammer penalties for the High Rollers.
Yeah, the High Rollers are doing a great job of having their jammers stay clean. Again, one of those things that came up for them the last game they played against GNR. Their jammers were getting lots of penalties, so the fact that they're able to stray away from that this game, I think, has been super important for them keeping their lead this half.
And that is Trinity getting recycled.
And we've got a forearm penalty on Grim Carey headed to the box.
But yeah, you can't score points if you're in the penalty box.
Nope. A nice crush jamming.
Track cut. Oh, speaking of, that is Trinity heading to the penalty box on a track cut. That is the first power jam for the Heartless Heathers.
Nice. Crush pushing against Coda there at the top.
Getting
Nacho
some
doing some
offensive help.
offense. Nice. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Doing a great job, but Coda is strong as hell.
Pack extending.
Oh, nice.
Rushes through. And calls it.
And we're seeing a timeout call.
Team timeout. This timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
And shout out to Lionheart Kombucha and Secret Aardvark, two more of our lovely, wonderful sponsors. And speaking of sponsors, want to get your brand in front of thousands of passionate Derby fans and support this awesome league? Check out all the sponsorship opportunities at rosecityrollers.com/sponsors to find out more.
We do need a penalty box sponsor.
We do. And hey, the penalty box sponsor ends up getting brought up all the time because people are getting penalties quite a bit.
Yep.
And, you know, right front and center on the stream most of the time. So not a bad sponsorship to end up with. And again, we've got more games coming up this weekend and throughout the year. Head to rosecityrollers.com to check out the schedule and get tickets to the next game.
Got a game tomorrow. We got a juniors doubleheader on Sunday.
All right, and we've got Devil on the line here for that Heartless Heathers Power Jam. Trin standing in the box. Nice.
Daredevil looking for an exit, finds smash tag instead.
Staying in.
Trinity
offense
has been
there.
released.
Mel,
Malicious.
Freddy, and Nacho.
That is Coupe de Gras up to the front.
And Coop has been playing a great game. Coop has really been at the right place at the right time. So many moments this game.
Bratmobile up to the front to play some offense.
Nice. Oh, and we do have a destruction on Coop. All right. And we've got a penalty there on Brat.
And Trinity.
Out as lead jammer, taking a little over a minute for a lead jammer to be called. And we've got another penalty here. Sometimes there are just jams where it's just penalty after penalty after penalty. And unfortunately for both these teams, it seems like that's the case because we've got two blockers right now, Mel and Nacho for the Heathers in the box, two really strong, pivotal blockers for Heathers defense.
And a Daredevil cap off, but
Brat trying to kind of do it all right now and hold Trin. Woof. Oh,
penalty
no.
box is empty now, and a Daredevil
Heading to the box there. Was that a low block? Let me see here.
Low block.
It was a low block. Second low block for Devil tonight. That low block was a tough one. I wonder if we're going to see it here. No, we're not. That is a replay that I would love to see. All
And
right,
we've got
an official timeout.
This official timeout brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX. And you can experience authentic Pacific Northwest hospitality at Doubletree Portland, the official hotel of RCR.
You can be part of this rad community by volunteering with Rose City Rollers.
Also, if you're looking to keep the good times rolling after the game, come be yourself at Good Bar, the official bar of the Rose City Rollers.
Without the volunteers, this magic that you people are experiencing tonight, this
I always wonder what the officials are chatting about. They're all like, oh, did you watch that last episode of The Pit? Crazy.
Oh, here we go.
All right. This must be about that low block. It must be.
High Rollers 5-1 has been issued an illegal procedure penalty for leaving the box early.
Oh. So that was High Rollers 5-1 Coop issued penalty for leaving the box early.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
All right.
I didn't even catch that. I thought that was going to be about Devil's low block call.
So that is now 5 penalties on Coop, which is actually kind of penalty trouble-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still 10 minutes left. I mean, that's
Not
survivable.
great, but not horrible. And we've got lead jammer for Witch, but back behind the pack, which again, demoralizing as a jammer having that happen. But Witch has got it, taking advantage of that power jam.
Oh, good force out there by Crush. Here comes the Daredevil out of the pack.
Nice.
And
coming.
plowing through Velveeta. Just slicing through Velveeta.
Nice. Not picking up any points, but incredible showing from Devil. Huge hit, a little apex hop.
Oh, yeah,
Love
here we
to
go.
see
Here's
it.
the Radical Wheels replay.
Yeah. Yeah. Boom.
Wow.
Oh, that's so good. Love you, love you, Devil. That was wild, though. All right, and we've got Handsome and Lex on the line here.
Handsome, wow, getting tied up by Annabelle.
I feel like I'm feeling more of that push by the Heathers happening these last couple minutes. Sally Handsome out as lead jammer.
Annabelle sitting for a 4th penalty.
Handsome coming through on her first scoring pass.
And why, thank you, Jacinda. And we've got a 2-town cider house star pass to Moto Mami.
We've got Handsome looking for that offense. Motomami barreling through, but held there. Destroyevsky doing great job bracing that tripod of the Heathers, giving Handsome more opportunity to rack up some points here.
Moto Mami recycled behind Nacho Lucky Day. Sally
Nice.
Handsome on a 2nd scoring pass, trying to get past. Oh, is that Dez? Yep, Dez, Annabelle, and Smash.
And we've got someone headed to the box here for the High Rollers.
That's Annabelle with a 5th. That's going to be
High
Dez.
block. Handsome out, picking up another 4 points here. We've got 17 seconds left of this jam. So far, 8 points on the board for Handsome. And calling it out, but not before Motomami picks up 4 points.
And a 4-2 pack advantage for the Heathers to start this next jam. Industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, unparalleled excellence, 187 killer pads, and an exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR.
All right, we've got Scylla and Shams on the line here. Velveeta and Big Bang Fury holding the line. 2 super strong blockers.
Now joined by Annabelle up at the front.
Doing a great job holding
Here
Scylla
comes-
there.
Oh, wow.
Cone just like a rocket headed in to do offense and go immediately back to help with defense.
And Shamrocket lead jammer. And we've got a two-town center out start pass to Crush.
Sham just driving that pack forward, then calling it off, picking up 4 points. We're seeing almost an 100-point lead by the High Rollers here.
Triple Eight has more Derby-specific gear than any other brand. Triple Eight has you covered.
And hey, does watching
Ooh.
Derby make you think about conflict? Well, look no further because WSL Leadership will teach you how to transform interpersonal conflict into organizational justice at WSLleadership.com.
And we've got an official review called by the Heartless Heathers. This official review brought to you by our shares official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
I don't know much about the housing market, but they sure do. We're seeing them talk very seriously.
And Bling goes.
Yes,
Check in with the
yes,
Zebras.
Yes. What did you see? What did you see? What did you see? Thoughts, feelings, questions, comments, concerns? What happened? All right. All right, yeah, so right now we have 2 skaters for the High Rollers at 5 penalties. Coop.
Heather's official review.
And
They are
Annabelle.
requesting a cut call on the High Rollers jammer in the previous jam. Upon review, the cut call will be issued. Heather's
Okay.
retain the review for the half.
Ooh.
All right. So that moment that I believe it was Cone kind of put their hands up with a drawback, that will be issued. All right,
right.
let's see if the Heathers can make use of this power jam here with force majeure.
And
Nice.
wow.
Big
Force
hit out.
majeure. Knocked out by Dez. Up against Smash Tag.
Nice. Oh, beautiful side surfing there. Nice. And we're seeing Sham back on the track now. Heather's defense waiting to receive
Wow.
the Shamrocket.
Oh, smash.
Oh, nicely done.
Smash and Dez have just been handing off those jammers up at the front of the pack all night long.
Beautiful
Just-
bridging by that tripod there.
It's been fun just to watch those two just like hand off the jammer between each other.
Totally. Nice. Picking up 4 points here.
Force majeure coming in. There's the call off. Is it in time? It is.
And that is a great point here in the chat. I don't know if I've ever seen a team win 2 official reviews in one bout. That's very true. I feel like it's pretty rare to see a team win any official review,
Yeah.
but to have 2 go through is pretty remarkable, honestly. All right, we've got Trin and Handsome there. Nice.
Wow.
Handsome just do-si-doing out, finding the outside line. But Trin out shortly after. Handsome following that offense, calling off the jam. Let's see if the Heathers can break 100 points here. They are so close, sitting at 91, High Rollers at 172.
And it's going to be up to Judge Booty up against Brute.
Everyone's getting ready. Getting caught by Kid Vicious there.
Oh, wow.
But pushing through at the top.
Oh,
hit
smash
out.
tag. Smash is just so good. Oh, wow. Brute going airborne.
But a big hit forward.
And Freddie Herfury heading back to the box.
And that is a 4th penalty there. High Rollers 26 penalties total. Heartless Heathers 24 penalties total.
Judge
Nice.
Booty through on the initial. There's the call off.
Fighting their way through. Doing a great job pushing. Keeping a smile on their face.
Got Earthquake
And Witch
and
Slap.
Witch Slap.
The score is not indicative of what we're seeing on this track today.
Nice. I think we're really seeing in this last minute throughout this game, the High Rollers really took a lot of lessons that they learned from their last game with GNR and are applying them with this game here against the Heartless Heathers. Because they really have been playing a great game tonight. Seeing that defense get back together for the Heathers, but Witch Slap is out as lead jammer.
And that is a forearm sending Sassy to the box.
And a penalty there for
Grim carry.
Grim. Witch picking up 2 points. Very fun last minute hit out by On a Roll.
We've got time for one last jam, it looks like.
All right.
Let's see, Lex Sanguination and looks like a
Devil.
Daredevil.
And we've got Mel, Nacho, and Brat there. And it looks like
And official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by
All
RCR's
right.
official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
And for the High Rollers, we've got Smash Tag, Annabelle, and Kid Vicious. 1 blocker each in the box here for this last jam.
Daredevil.
Nice.
Oh.
Finding that outside, but
But
finding
then finding
defense.
Annabelle.
Taking off the cap there. Kind of a beautiful fake out pass. We've seen a couple of those tonight.
And Annabelle working with Smash Tag up at the front. Kid Vicious playing some offense.
Lex pushing against that defense in the back. Nice. Sassy rejoining.
Oh,
Defense,
Smash
offense.
Tag.
That pack extending quite a bit.
Period clock has expired. We are on jam time.
Saw a direction penalty for Grim back in the box like they never left. Devil coming back around here.
There's the call off.
And that was the final jam, folks. Unofficial score, High Rollers 183, Heartless Heathers 91. Well fought game by both teams. Really saw the High Rollers come back after not being in lead to start the game and getting that lead change and keeping it throughout the rest of the game. Pretty remarkable. Yeah, well fought by both teams, well won by the High Rollers. And that is our final score tonight. High Rollers 183, Heartless Heathers 91. Beautifully done.
Yeah, and come on back tomorrow. We're going to have the Breakneck Betties taking on the Guns and Rollers.
Oh, yes. And we will see if the Guns N' Rollers can keep their undefeated streak. So far, they kept that last time against the High Rollers. And just high fives, cheers all around. Great game. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. And we will see you all tomorrow night.
See you then.
Blocker. And this is for
Nacho.
Nacho Lucky Day, picking up Most Valuable Blocker, awarded by the High Rollers. Next up, Most Valuable Jammer, or MVJ. And this is presented to
Smush.
Smush! Yeah, come get your award. Because the best awards are the ones given to you by your peers, right? All right, next up from the Heartless Heathers, we have Most Valuable Blocker. And this is for
Moto Mommy.
Moto Mommy! Fantastic. Look at all the love. Most Valuable Jammer, presented to
Lexanguination.
Lexanguination. Let's give it up for our Most Valuable Jammers and Blockers. And of course, picture time.
And there we go.
Spinning around one final blocker.
What a move to get around.
Going from 0 to gone.